Hey, all my third graders. Just wanted to make this video so we can do the next step in our study we've been doing with our Arctic shipwreck. We've been going through finding and looking at all the shipwrecks, investigating, looking at the villages and everything, and writing down details to figure out what happened to those ships that caused them to wreck. So we've been going through Minecraft finding the details. So today I just want to walk you through how to take some of those details, and we're going to start writing a story, a narrative about the ships and what happened to them using those details we found from Minecraft. Okay, so just so we remember what we were doing and everything, we were in the Arctic shipwreck level, and we encountered these ships that some had suffered damage, some not quite as much, but they all had like different details in them. They had chests, some had treasure maps, some had poisonous potatoes and different things. They're all a little different, but they were all heading the same direction and coming from the same village. So hold on one second. Can't see that well, so I'm gonna give myself some night vision. Okay, that helped. Okay, so anyway, so yeah, you guys spent some time, and in class we spent 2 class periods getting as much details written down as we can for each ship. So today, like I said, we're gonna show you guys how to get those details and turn them into story. So this will be like a 3-part video process. Today we're just going to do the first part, so I'm going to pause that. Now I'm going to pull up my workspace. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is, well, you need to have the details with you where you've written them down on paper. But I'm going to, let's see, actually let me switch to black. But anyway, I'm going to make a circle map. Okay. And I'm just going to start writing down some of the details. I'm not doing complete sentences, I'm just going to do a couple words for each detail. So I'm going to write treasure map. And we're not concerned with spelling at this point, so we're just jotting our brainstorming and getting our ideas put together. Treasure map, there was, let's see, poisonous potato. There was some enchanted armor. The third ship was damaged. Second ship had a hole in the side. Okay, the village they were headed to was wealthy, and I say that because if you guys look through all the different houses in the village and at the chests that were inside each one, they were full. They had, and not just like food and clothing, but they had gold and diamonds and emeralds, and they were just full of different items like that. So they were wealthy. The village they were coming from was an ice village, and they were out of resources. If you look through those chests, they were practically empty. They had very little food, and definitely didn't have any like gold or emeralds or anything like that, or diamonds. Okay, so put that, and the villagers look like pirates in the village where they were headed. let's see, so I'm just going to name this one second village. The one they were headed to, I'm going to call the second village. The first village is going to be the one where they were coming from. Okay. Let's see, the ocean was shallow with coral reef. Okay, so maybe that caused a wreck, but it looked like from the damage in the second and third ship that they had went through some type of battle on the sea. Treasure maps, and though actually the treasure map on all three ships. Okay, now I'm running out of room, and I think that should be enough details for me to pick the ones I want to use. So I'm going to take these details that I wrote down. I'm going to circle my top three. Okay, we don't want to try to write a story and throw every single one of these details in there. If we do, it's going to be hard to keep everything in order and make sense. So we're going to pick out three main details, which is something we need to be learning how to do in second and third grade. It's how to write a narrative, how to make it focused. So we're going to have three main details in the body of our paper. So we'll have an introduction at the beginning, obviously. One paragraph introduction. We'll have three body paragraphs, which will have all our details that support our main idea from the introductory paragraph, and then we'll have one conclusion or closing paragraph that wraps things up. Okay, so I'm going to pick my three body paragraphs from these details, and I want to use the treasure maps. Let's see, I want to use the fact that the first village was out of resources, and then I want to use third ship was damaged, because I think I can just put the second ship that had a hole in the side, I can group that in with that one. So those are going to be my three main details for those paragraphs that I focus on. So now I'm going to kind of try to figure out what order I want to write this in. So I'm going to choose a different color, and it's great if you can color code these, just because it visually helps you organize your story. So I'm going to go through and number these 1 through 3. Okay. So which one do I want to do first? Let's see. I'm going to do that the village was out of resources, because I'm going to say that's the reason that they set out on the journey to start with. I'm going to say that there was, the treasure map. That's going to be my second body paragraph, and then my third paragraph, body paragraph, is going to be that the ship was damaged. Okay, so I can take these now, and I'm going to go down and get some more room, and I'm going to start something called a flow map to kind of help me organize further. I'm going to draw a rectangle here. Okay, so this is going to be the introduction. I'm just going to put intro. Okay, we're not going to write this yet. We'll write this next time. And then I'm going to come down a little bit more. So this is going to be my first. Oh, hold on. I was talking about color coding, and I just did it the same color. So, all right. This is going to be my first paragraph of the body of my paper. Okay. This is going to be my second paragraph in the body of my paper. And this is going to be the third paragraph in the body of my paper. Okay, I'm going to come down a little bit further and make room for my closing, or my conclusion, concluding paragraph. That's going to be right here. Okay. So now I can see how my story is going to flow. I'm going to have the introduction, then I'm going to come down here to the body. Okay, and then it's going to go to my closing. Alright, so I'm going to take, in this first body paragraph here, And I'm going to get my first detail from up here, which is that the first village, that they were out of resources. Now I'm not doing a complete sentence yet. Okay. Then I'm going to put my second one there, which says treasure map. Each ship had a treasure map. So I'm just going to write treasure map. Okay. Now I'm going to get my final one, and that was that the third ship was damaged, and I'm going to elaborate some on that in the paragraph, but I'm just going to put ships were damaged. Okay. I'm going to in these boxes underneath, you can see where my cursor's at. This is where the details for that paragraph is going to be. We're not going to do those yet. We're going to add those in next time. This time I just wanted to get our details and get everything set up so that we can see how our story is going to flow. So out of resources, I'll need at least 3 sentences or 3 different details to support this one in this paragraph. So each paragraph is going to have 4 or 5 sentences, and we'll work on those next time. But this is how our story is going to be set up. This is the reason we spent time getting those details. So we went from a circle map. We brainstormed through our ideas in there. We narrowed it down to 3, and then we set everything up in a flow map so we can organize our thoughts even further. So hopefully all that made sense. You didn't have any trouble with that. And then I look forward to the next video where we'll work on our introduction, and then we'll work on our body paragraphs. And then the video after that, we'll actually put everything together and write it in a narrative and get our story together. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, after you've got your flow map made, if you don't mind, just take a picture of it, and you can upload it to Teams underneath this post if you would like, or if you just want me to see it, you can send it to me in chat or you can email it to me. All right, have a great day.